You take a leap, a giant leap, and you don't know if you're gonna land. You don't know, you don't know where you're gonna land. You don't even know if you're going to land. And I mean, like, you're quitting all this stuff. You're giving up this whole life and you start something new. But that's what you gotta do. No one's gonna change your trajectory in life other than you. Like, you have to take control. For me, there was just something else going on that I needed to do. You know, I think my life, as I thought about it, wasn't headed in the direction that I wanted it to go, and it has nothing to do with money. You know, I was doing well at my other job, and but that's the thing. I just called it a job. Like, it was a job. My dad got real sick, and it was in that moment, like, of clarity when I was spending time with him in the hospital that I was like, what am I doing? Like, my kids were growing up not really knowing their family. You know, the only way that they were, you know, seeing their grandparents was through, you know, FaceTime. And so it's like, well, shit, what do we got to do here? I had been brewing beer at the same time and kind of was really getting real passionate about that. You know, I thought, well, I'll just create a brewery and I'll put it in somewhere closer to home, and that is aspirational for sure, but a stretch for me. So I thought, well, if I can't brew the beer, why couldn't we just bring the best beers of the region to Lynchburg? So yeah, I shared it with people in the city. I shared it with people who I thought might want to be partners. Shared it with, you know, anyone I thought would be interested or would listen. You take a leap, a giant leap, and you don't know if you're gonna land. You don't know, you don't know where you're gonna land. You don't even know if you're going to land. And I mean, like, you're quitting all this stuff. You're giving up this whole life and you start something new. But that's what you gotta do.
They reached out to us. They had told us from the beginning they really wanted to work with us. We really wanted to work with them, and they were like, we're doing these vinyl spin parties. Would you guys want to go down there and spin vinyl and sell vinyl? And of course, absolutely. I think when the people who used to own this place, when they were doing their thing, they didn't really reach out to any other businesses around them. And I think the first thing we had told ourselves is that we wanted to work with other businesses. Even if it seems strange and odd to like reach out to someplace like the Water Dog, you know, a restaurant, it was really cool to do that. And I think that the sense of community comes from us coming down there and letting people know about this business who may have never heard of us or like, you know, are into records but just somehow missed Speaker Tree. So I think it really is a good way to market and work with other businesses around us.
People that come in here and patron our business, or that come in here and want to enjoy themselves, you know, we're obviously trying to connect with them at a personal level, not just at a, you know, here's some food or here's some beer. And so part of that means like we want to cultivate an environment where people feel like they're at home, and sometimes that means just having the right atmosphere. Sometimes that means having events that people want to participate in, whether it's a spend night with partnering with Speaker Tree, or if it's a fun like night cycling ride with our friends at Bikes Unlimited.
We're just super excited to be down here, like with everybody else. I think everybody's really thriving down here. But being right on the bike trail is just absolutely phenomenal. Couldn't ask for a better location. I love talking with people, so I love meeting new people, and that I think has obviously helped me, engage better in the community down here. But everybody has been, from day one, everybody has been so good. Business owners are always, I think there was kind of a struggle down here for a little bit, and everybody kind of embraced that, and now we're through that point and it's thriving. So just from day one, everybody's been so cool down here. Me and Dave have built a really good relationship with each other so far, so I'm super excited to host different events there. We just had we're gonna do a lot more bike packing, which is kind of like it sounds, it's backpacking but on a bicycle. So we hosted a bike packing night there and had a blast, really good atmosphere. And we got a few other things in the works that we'll be partnering up on this summer.
What is a water dog? Literally, what is a water dog? And a water dog to me is, in my case, it's and it's different for everyone, but in my case, it's my lab, who she doesn't know the difference between work and play. I mean, when we're out on the river, or we're out at the lake, or we're out on the park, she's chasing the ball, chasing the stick. She's doing it for fun, but there is no difference between work and play for her. But there are people who live their life like that, and they're sometimes they're hard to find. They're like nuggets and diamonds in the rough. But how can we find these people? Who are these people, and what do they do? What makes them tick? Trying to build a place where there is no difference between work and play. Now, don't get me wrong, being a small business owner, there's plenty of work. But from a customer's perspective, or from the people that come here day in and day out, back to that sense of community, back to that sense of feeling at home, I want people to feel like, this is the place for them. And so we try to create everything around this place. The entire guest experience is really anchored on our brand mission, and that work and play idea.